This is Abe Friedtanzer from Awards Buzz, and I'm very excited to be speaking with Lukita Maxwell about shrinking. How are you today?
Hi, I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. This show I know was very well received in season one, although I think it's still like a little under the radar. What was it like going into season two after that strong start?
Really exciting. I mean, it's my first time, I guess, reprising a role or shooting another season of anything. So it was fun to revisit a character that had lived in my brain before, and I feel like I was closer in age with Alice in season one, and then in season two, I'm a little bit older than her now, and so I think I brought more perspective to season two, which was exciting and fun. And just like the best cast to work with. I was stoked to work with everybody again. Yeah.
What do you think you have in common with Alice?
Oh my God. I always say that like I hope to or I hope that I share her strength and her surety of self. But yeah, I think we're so different. It's funny. Whenever I have friends of mine watch the show or people that I know watch the show, they always are shocked that it's me. They always say that they watch it and they're like, it's you, but it's not you. Yeah.
What do you think she does at handling her grief?
How do I think Alice does at handling her grief? I think she's doing the best she can. I think she's doing good. I mean, grief is such a complex emotion and state of being, and I think that uh in season one and season two, we definitely get to see the village around Alice and this support system and this community around her. And I think that she does a good job of taking help when she needs it and then doing things on her own when she needs to process on her own. So yeah, I think she's doing good.
What message would you want teens who have lost a parent to hear about grief from her journey?
I think I would want them to kind of just like I said, like to know that there is a community around you and to know that there is support and there are so many people that are there for you and um, you have strength in yourself and there's strength in external places as well, and you don't have to go through it all on your own.
I like the way that some members of her village are there for her, like Liz and Gabby, who want to spend more time with her than she wants, especially for her birthday and other things. And it's fun to see how, they recognize that she's a teenager and she may not want what they want at the same time, but they can also be here when she absolutely needs it.
Yeah, totally. I love the relationship between, I mean, Liz and Gabby, but then also Alice, Liz, and Gabby. They're hilarious and the best to work with.
What is it getting to work so closely with Harrison Ford?
I mean, I love him. He's an icon. He's a legend. He comes onto set and is himself completely until the second they call action, and then you see him be so in character, and he's so giving. And I've learned so much from him about his relationship with the camera. He has such a specific relationship with the camera. He knows what performance he's giving to different cameras, to different angles. He knows when to save certain things and when to give certain things to the camera, but then is always generous to me as a scene partner, which is just it's a blessing of my life. Yeah.
And Jason Segel obviously has a very different role in creating the show than the, doofus he sometimes plays on the series. What is it like seeing Jason versus Jimmy?
Jason versus Jimmy. That's fun. I don't know. I think that Jason brings a lot of himself to Jimmy, but he has embodied kind of a paternal figure to me on set, obviously, but then also when outside of between action and cut, he's always been incredibly supportive and gives great advice and is so empathetic and can tell when I'm anxious or nervous about a certain scene, or he like knows when to lighten the room and give a joke, and he knows when to like tap in and be serious about the work and the energy of the room before certain scenes. He's also just such a generous scene partner, but then also a friend. I adore Jason.
You also get to share some scenes with someone who wasn't in season one, and that's Brett Goldstein.
Yeah.
What was your relationship like with him before this, and how is it building that on-screen dynamic?
Brett is just an angel. I obviously was such a fan of him and his writing, and I don't know, Brett's just incredibly intelligent and a machine. Like I don't know when that man sleeps. He's like constantly going and can do so much, produce so much work, and all of the work that he does is brilliant. It's insane. But so I think I admired him quite a bit, and we had obviously like met and worked together during season one. But I was so excited to act with him going into season two, and that excitement built after the first scene that we shared together because I could tell how compatible we are as actors. And I just couldn't wait to keep shooting more scenes after shooting the first initial one with him.
Is there anybody in the cast that you feel like you want Alice to spend more time with, and you really haven't had a chance to share enough scenes with?
You know, but what's funny is I got asked this question after season one, and my answer was I wanted more scenes with Michael Yuri. And I think I absolutely got that in season two. That was the gift that just like, oh my God, I loved all of my scenes with Michael. He's fucking brilliant. I'm sorry if I'm not allowed to swear. Sorry. Anyways,
Fine.
uh, um, I am obsessed with Michael. I think that I don't know. I think he's so dynamic, so funny, so captivating. He shows up to set with everything dialed in. First take is there, and then it just keeps building and building and building. And his improv is incredible. And yeah, I loved having scenes with Michael. Yeah.
I also enjoyed the unfortunate thing with Summer that occurred earlier on in the season, which I
Yeah.
feel like was quite a speed bump because I feel like a lot of the adults often make more mistakes than Alice, and that's one where I think she can fully own that as opposed to them. How did you feel
Oh,
about that?
100%. I think, well, in season one, we see her be this, very put together, mature adult of this group of adults, even though she is the youngest. And in season two, we get to see her kind of fuck up and make mistakes and be a teenager and learn how to deal with those consequences, learn how to ask for forgiveness, but then also uh yeah, I don't know. I hope that she's not too hard on herself. I think that it's just all a part of the process, and I'm happy that we get to see her make some mistakes.
What do you hope to see for her in season three?
I think that I would love to see her let her bubble expand around her. I think that towards the end of season two, we get to see her start to step out into her world again and outside of this smaller bubble of her community and try and get back into a greater society. And I think that she's about to go to college. I want her to just keep going and uh yeah, have her connections with her core people still be core connections, but I want her to branch out. She's growing up. It's her coming of age. So, yeah.
Well, you said before this is your first chance to come back and reprise a character. And while I'm very glad you were available to do shrinking, I wish we had gotten a second season of Generation. I think there's so much more that could have been explored there, and that really felt unlike a lot of other things we see on TV these days.
That was the most incredible experience. I was coming of age at the time. I was 17 when I started doing Generation, and that cast and crew means so much to me. That script means so much to me. The Barnes um, are family to me. Yeah, I think everything happens for a reason, but I would have loved to work on a second season of Generation. Yeah.
Well, while you're waiting for season 3 of this show, do you have other roles in the works?
Uh, Potentially. I'm not gonna say anymore.
Fair. That's fair. Well, I always like to ask the people that I'm speaking with, since this is a words buzz, what have you seen lately? Is there a show or performance, a film that really is sticking with you as particularly terrific?
I've been kind of doing a deep dive into theater. I've been watching so many plays. I've been watching a lot of live theater in New York. I just saw King Lear, Kenneth Branagh's King Lear. I love Shakespeare so much. I just spent this summer, actually, after season 2 wrapped, I went and studied at RADA, at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art in London, for Shakespeare, and was studying it and watching it and reading it and acting it, and I am completely enamored by the enigma of the body of work's words and performance. But yeah, I was talking Lear. I loved what did I watch recently? And what else did I see? Oh, I saw Oh Mary on Broadway, Cola Scola. They're incredible. I saw Stereophonic was incredible. I loved seeing that. I'm talking about plays. I'm talking about plays. I should talk about film.
Oh, this is great. No one else has said I've been watching a lot of plays when I've asked this question, so you get the honor of that and lots of great recommendations here.
Yeah, yeah, lots of theater, um, and lots of live dance and live music. Yeah, I've been enamored by just this the magic that comes with ephemeral performance. It's only existing that one night for this one group of people, and even if somebody else goes to see it a different night, it's this untangible energy that will never be duplicated. Which I love the medium of film. I love being able to capture these certain moments and them together, but there's another part of my brain as a performer that and an audience member that uh I appreciate in this ephemeral sense.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate that you shared all this with me today, and I really look forward to seeing what comes next with Alice.
Yeah, me too. Thank you so much.